Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Whatever time y'all are tuning in, I certainly appreciate y'all are here. Today, guys, we're going to be cleaning and repairing some of my son's knives. These four are my youngest son's knives. He's up from Florida. He brought these knives and wanted to know if I could repair them and clean them up for him. And this is my oldest son's knife. This is a fishing knife made by Kent. Kent was actually made by Camillus, the Kent brand. And it's a fishing knife. And I gave this to him years ago. And he come to me the other day, wondering if I'd clean it up for him. I said, I sure will. But you see the hook remover is actually in the bolster of the knife. And it's a single blade knife. It don't have the bottle opener or anything, but it's got the descaler and it's got a fillet knife. It's a very nice knife. I really like it because it feels solid. The handles are really nice. It's got that non-slip on there. And it's really slim. It's a great EDC knife. It'll fit good in a little slip. Might get one made for this. But this Kent was made by Camillus for the Woolworth retail chain stores. And Kent was made in 1934. So this knife is, according to my book here, according to the stamp on that tang, Kent, New York City, USA, that's what it has. And it says Camillus, made for F.W. Woolworth Company in 1934. Ain't that cool? Again, guys, this book is awesome. But this is a good little knife. We're going to clean it up for him and sharpen it. These four are my youngest son owns them. He buys a bunch of knives on eBay. But it's got a broke tip. It's very dull. But this is the Schrade 47OT, which is, they refer to it as the Beast. It usually comes with a sheath. But we're going to put a tip on for him and we're going to sharpen it up for him. Even the serrated edge here we're going to sharpen. And these are pretty good knives. They're really good for skinning game. As you can tell, it looks like a sharp finger on the end here. But it's a good old lock blade knife. It fits really good in your hand. It's a pretty big knife. That's why they call it the Beast. It's the Beast of a lock blade. Pretty cool. And this here is a case, of course, an 87. You can see how the S is in that case, a lightning bolt S. That means the 80s. And it's got 3 dots, so that's an 87. But the blade's in good shape. It just needs to be oiled and cleaned up. It's pretty sharp already, but we're going to sharpen it up for him and give it a good cleaning. Now this one here, guys, is a Camillus. It's got that old font, old, see that? Camillus Cutlery Company. According to that stamp on that tang, this was made in the 30s and 40s. It's a very cool knife. I don't know if it's meant to be a lock blade, but it locks. It don't move. It's got a little wobble in the blade. I'm gonna hit that pin right here. There's a pin in there somewhere. But I'm gonna tap that pin, try to tighten this up, because it's got a good wobble in it. But it don't lock, but I don't know if it's made to be a lock blade, you know? Because it's got good snap. It don't appear to be broke. I just think that just helps release it. But I mean, it could have been a lock blade back then. I don't know. But anyway, it's a beautiful knife, I thought. Wood handles, nickel-plated bolsters. Very beautiful knife. I love that design. It's a good little EDC one too. But we're going to put a new edge on it. This dull. And just clean it up. And this one here, I just wanted to show y'all. This is a Western pocket knife. See there? That's pretty cool, ain't it? It's in great shape. He got this off of eBay. Good looking knife. It's a Stockman. It's got the spade blade. That's not a sheepfoot blade, but it probably was at one time. Okay, this might not be a sheepfoot blade. It looks to be like a lamb foot blade. See that right there? I always refer to this book. It's not a sheepfoot blade like that one right here. I think it's what you call a lamb foot blade. See what I'm saying? So I'm thinking this is a lamb foot blade because it ain't been altered or anything. It's a good looking blade. That's pretty cool. I've never seen a lamb foot blade. That's why, again, I love this book. But this knife does have, I just saw on a spade blade, it's got like some chips. I can straighten that out for him. Well, anyway, guys, I just want to show these knives here. But I am going to be cleaning these knives up and repairing this one. So I'm fixing to clean these two knives on my grinder over there, my 3-inch grinder. Clean this blade up because it's going to clean up really good. It won't take long to clean this knife. I'm going to do the same thing to this. I'm going to give it its initial cleaning over there on my fiber wheel. And this one here, I'm going to clean up and then give it a new edge because you can see it's dull right there. Very dull. Even the serrated edge ain't really good and sharp. But I'm going to clean that up. I mean, that's just so dull. You can see how I'm rubbing on it. Give it a new tip. Okay, we got Mama's Outback leather wax. Okay guys, here they are. This is the Kent, made by Camillus, specifically for Woolworth department stores in 1934. Ain't that cool? Very good looking knife, very well made. I love the design better than the 2-blade Imperial fishing knife, which I love those knives too, but I really like this knife because it's so thin. And it seems like a more solid knife, but it's made by Camillus, so you know it's very well made. And it's a beautiful knife. It looks like it just come off the floor of Woolworth. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful knife. Love it. I think my oldest son's going to be very pleased with that. And this is my youngest son's knife case, 1987. You can see the lightning bolt S in case right there. 3 dots means it's 87. And in 80, they started out with 10 dots, and they take a dot every way for the year. So 81 will be 9 dots. 89 would be 1 dot. 85 would be 5 dots. So it's a 1987. It cleaned up very well. And these sodbusters that was made in the 80s and 70s, and they just seem to be very well made, better built than the ones of today. They just seem really cheap, the ones today, to me. But these are really solid knives. They really are. But I love this knife. I really do. I love the sodbuster of case is the workhorse of case knives. It really is. It's meant to be used out on the land. As hence the name sodbuster, you know. It's just supposed to be a workhorse of case. And this one here, guys, is a Schrade. It's my youngest son's knife. He's doing a really good job of finding these knives on eBay. But the blade turned out really good. You can see I put a new edge on it. It's a good knife, good knife. This, they refer to it as the Beast. As you can see, it is a huge light blade. I'm going to be looking for him a sheath. That's a good old timer. And nice knife. But I had to put him a leather lanyard in there because it's got a lanyard hole. If it has a hole back here, I'm gonna have to go ahead and put a lanyard back there. But it is a great knife. Now, this knife is a hunting and skinning knife, skinning game. As you can see, this blade resembles a lot like the sharp finger, the 152 OT. But it is a great knife, and I think he's going to be proud of this. I really am. But I really love it, though, when my sons come to me and want me to clean up a knife for them. It really makes me proud that they are liking knives like their grandfather, my dad, and me, you know. Well, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. I really did. I really love cleaning up my son's knives. They'll do that from time to time. My youngest son, he's really getting good at buying stuff off of eBay that can be easily repaired. So he's learned well. So I'm glad that he loves knives, and my oldest son too. He loves knives too. So but anyway, guys, I just hope y'all enjoyed today's video, and I just want to thank y'all for tuning in. And I want to say God bless y'all. And until we meet again, guys, y'all be like a good night. Stay sharp.